And Dave has caught up with Carl Edwards,
who has climbed out of the car and who did a masterful job there at the end to try to make it happen. If you had it back, would you have done it the opposite way, pitted with everyone else? Because you did pretty well this way, too.
No, I wouldn't have changed it. That was all right. Got to thank Scott's Ortho. Save a lot forward. Ortho's made a better mousetrap, and these guys have made a better mousetrap with this Ford Fusion. That's the best we've been in a mile and a half. Just didn't have it in my heart at the end there to just spear him in turn 3. I drove in there. I just wanted to get a look at it, see how far I could go, and see if I could get to him. And I was on the fence. I know it ain't right to hit somebody to win the race, but I wanted to win this race badly. And once I got down here, I realized I was stopping right by all of his guys. It's probably a good thing that I didn't hit them, and they were really gracious, and that means a lot. Gotta say thanks to all the fans for all the support this season. That 18 team did a great job, but we've come on strong here, and I think our Fords will be good next year.
And you guys here, you in particular, and the company at this racetrack, Carl, again, very, very good.
Yeah, it's we've got something going great here. And the biggest thing I want to say is I'm just proud to represent Ford. That's America's car company. They make the best cars out there, and I'm proud to drive one. And Ortho and that mousetrap, like I said, they've been doing a good job with it. So I'm ready for Daytona, and we'll do it again next year.
All right, Carl Edwards, a great run today at the end there, giving it all he had.
All right, thanks, Dave. And Carl Edwards, a former champion, and boy, he finishes second in the points. The man who finishes third is Brad Keselowski. Vince?
A good season indeed for Brad Keselowski, finishing third in points. Not the way he wanted to end today. I'm sure, Brad, you told me this morning before this race that you wanted to go out on a high note. How would you sum up how you're going out in your last ride with the 88?
Well, I heard part of what you said, but I think that really sums it up with Kyle winning the race. Their car was just phenomenal all year. That team there, I think they didn't get enough credit for how strong they are coming into this year, and that's a pretty good team. So we put in a great effort this year. Scored enough points to win the championship in 5 out of the last 6 years, but it's just that team there was just phenomenal. So they deserve their due credit. But I wanted to finish it out and keep the top 10 streak going, but self-inflicted damage there. I lost it and tore the right rear quarter panel up, and just hurt my car and couldn't really recover from that. Nobody on my team's fault. I was just trying too hard. So wanted a stronger finish, but what you gonna do?
One of the storylines we talked about coming into this race was some of the history between yourself and Denny Hamlin, and lap 35, he put the bumper on you. Just give us your reaction to what happened.
Well, I mean, I kind of laughed in the car. I thought it was a little funny, but I don't really hold any grudges, and I'm ready to move on. I've already moved on. So hopefully he feels the same way. I don't know. I got a feeling when he wakes up in the morning that he's not going to feel any better about himself. He's got a lot of problems, and on and off the racetrack, and I don't think spinning me is going to make him happy. So that's just my take on it, and I moved on. I'm okay. I'm not going to go out and wreck him or anything like that. Just going to go out and do my own thing.
Well, we'll find out about the 11. He's with Jamie Little.
And he brings it home fifth. So Brad just said he has a feeling when you wake up in the morning you're not going to feel better about yourself. What do you think?
I feel great right now. It was well worth it. His son was bad at that point, and I'll use that as my catalyst or excuse. But the fact is, I wasn't going to give him an inch, and I thought after I went down pit road, I'd won the race. I've never seen so many crews applaud and give the thumbs up on the way by. It just shows you all the cars that he's torn up in the past. All the teams just, they feel a little redemption anyway. But we'll never be even in that sense. But I just got to thank CJM for all that they've done, giving me this opportunity to race this weekend and pay back my debts.
I know in listening to Brad Keselowski, it sounds like it's not getting across. There's no point because he's just kind of brushing it off. Do you think you're sending a message on behalf of the veteran drivers out here?
I mean, you have to listen to the stands. I've never seen so many applause and everything in my entire life. And, I think it's just everyone understands in this sport that it's a self-policing sport. NASCAR did what they had to do. They, on something deliberate like that, they got to penalize me. There's no doubt about it. So, I wasn't mad about that at all. We just, my objective today was try to win the race first and take care of him second. And, Yeah, it's going to be other days we're going to be racing, and he's still going to think about it when I'm in his rearview mirror, because obviously, the scales are tipped a little bit more in my favor, but still tipped a little bit too much.
I guess fans stay tuned because they will be competing against each other tomorrow in the Cup Series. Alan?
All right, well, Kyle Busch has driven his car down here into the staging area where they've set up the championship trophy. And here he comes to celebrate his championship in the finest style you can. Kyle celebrating with his team, a moment with his crew chief, Jason Ratcliffe. His season-long rival, Carl Edwards, here for a second as well. And a personal moment. Well, Kyle, I have to be honest. I was standing here as Carl Edwards was closing on you in the final laps of that race, wondering what your emotions would be. What a finish. You're the champion. You won the race you won the championship in. What are your emotions? What are you thinking?
It's probably been a while since that's been done. I don't mean to be selfish, but that's the way for these guys to go out. You know what? They deserve it. This whole team. All these guys that work so hard on the Z-Line Designs Camry. Man, I can't thank Toyota enough. I can't thank Z-Line. NOS Energy Drink, the Nationwide Series. Thank all the fans, not only here in Homestead, but across NASCAR's nation here. And, of course, Jim and Monica are here to help us celebrate tonight. And Marquis Jets, Gillette, and everybody that's been on part of our program this year. And, man, this is huge. And my mom and dad are here tonight. So my brother, he came up to me before the race, knowing only we had to do was take the green flag. So, man, this is it's cool. I wish I could have been with Kurt in 2004 winning a championship, but this one here means a whole lot for Joe Gibbs Racing, everybody at JGR, all the guys that work so hard at building these things, not just in the Nationwide shop, but the Cup shop, the Fab shop, everybody. And Joe and JD, Steve D'Souza, Norm Miller, they're all here at Interstate Batteries. And so this is, man, this is really cool.
What were the last laps of that race like? We saw you make a 4-wide move to get toward the front. Then you had the guys coming from behind. What were they like?
It was a little nerving. You know, I knew Carl was going to be coming on fresh tires. You know, he was really fast. And I was hoping Jeff Burton could hold him up long enough in order to help burn his tires off a little bit before he got free and then chase me down. But I was just trying to hit my marks every single time. I finally found something. I couldn't find it all race long. And in the broadcast, I said, I can't find anything. Finally, with about 40 to go, I found something. And I just stuck to that right there and kept running in that lane. And it prevailed. It paid off for us. You know, I was able to just keep my momentum going and keep those guys behind me. So he made a bonsai there. I wasn't sure if we were going to connect or not, but man, what a close race that might have been for the fans to watch and everybody. And I'm sure it was exciting on TV knowing Carl what he did at Kansas last year. So glad he missed us, and you know, we were able to come out on top.
Give you a couple minutes to celebrate with your team, then we'll get you up on stage and get your hands on that piece of hardware you've worked all year for.
I hear you. Thank you. These guys worked hard too.
Kyle Busch, your champion. He wins the championship, and he wins the race. And in a couple of minutes, he'll get his hands on the NASCAR Nationwide Series championship trophy. What a finish here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. A great, thrilling run to the checkered flag, and Kyle Busch doing the burnouts and celebrating a fine way to cap off a wonderful season.